it's something that appears to be a largely misunderstood issue. I hear a lot of times that faith is belief without reason, or believing something without any evidence. And so this idea of just wishful thinking, of a blind leap, and that can be faith, to be honest. Faith is simply trust. Faith is trust. Faith and trust mean the exact same thing. Faith comes from a Latin derivative, trust from a Germanic derivative, but they mean the exact same thing. Whenever you have faith, you are trusting in something or someone. In the Bible, you go to Hebrews 11, verse 1, and it says that faith is the evidence of what's not seen, the substance of things hoped for. And the skeptic will point at that and say, aha, see, look there. It's hope. It's just things that aren't seen. There's no evidence. It's just wishful thinking. And it is possible that you have faith out of just blind desperation, or hope with no evidence. But faith itself, the idea that you trust, doesn't mean you have no evidence. It can go either way. There's a whole spectrum. People can trust for a variety of different reasons, or no good reason at all. And it's the same thing with faith. Whenever you have faith, you might have a whole bunch of reason. You might have a little bit of reason. It might be blind desperation. It might be highly evidenced, demonstrable belief. And so the question really isn't, what is faith? Do you just have faith? The question is, what is your evidence for why you have the faith in what you trust? And so, if you look in Hebrews chapter 11, all of the examples that it gives for faith, for these massive heroes of the faith, these people who were so faithful, they all had faith in God, in a promise of God, for a reason. It wasn't just blind faith. They were looking back to what God had already done. They were looking back to previous promises. They were looking back at the earlier feats that God had accomplished and saying, I will trust in God because He has shown Himself to be trustworthy. That's what faith is. To believe in something that you have reasonable confidence to believe is true. Let me put it this way. Faith is belief put into action. Right? Take the example of a chair. You can say all day long that you believe a chair is going to hold you, but until you actually put your bottom in that seat, it's not faith. Faith is an act of trust. Now, you might have a lot of reason, you might have a little reason, but the fact is, you have reason. And for people to say that Christianity has no reason, has no evidence, is simply intellectually dishonest. The evidence is out there. The reason is out there. You don't have to look too far to find it. Faith is believing in something and putting that belief into action. That is faith.